Yo. Feels weird to be without the mood music. I should have put that on. Oh, let me move this so I can see the bottom of my actual laptop. Because, yeah, it is too quiet, y'all. There we go. Just until we start watching some things. Hello, hello. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Sandy. What is going on, y'all? I hope you guys are good. Man. Yeah, but I hope your week is going well so far. Welcome to part 2 of the Denise Alexander tribute, aka Lesley Weber, legendary character on General Hospital. We had so many videos lined up on the live stream last week that we needed to do another one. We didn't get to any 90s or 2000s clips, so that's why I'm doing part 2. Hey Sam. But yeah, welcome. Hey Allison. Good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good week so far. And sorry that we didn't do it on Wednesday. Honestly, my mom won free tickets for the Mission Impossible movie, like the new one. So we went to that, and it was all right. It was all right. Sandy says the shit hit the fan today. Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna get into all the whole nurses ball insanity on the weekend, but just you know, just to briefly share my thoughts. Today was wild. I didn't expect Gio to find out that way. And boy, did he melt down. And ooh, it was rough. Allison says, cool, I want to see that. Yeah, like it was good. I mean, it was the Final Reckoning, it's called. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise still be doing his own stunts, and it's crazy. And yeah. It was the premiere here on yesterday. And then I think it officially comes out on Friday. Hey, Kaiwan. I mean, maybe I don't know if it's the same in the States. Maybe it's already out in the States. I don't know. But it comes out here Friday. And it was all right. It was I'm not like a huge fan of like the Mission Impossible movies. Like I don't mind them, but like had it not been free, I probably wouldn't have gone. Waited till maybe it got on a streaming service, but I liked it. Well, since poor Gio, Dante didn't even know he existed. Yeah. Man, he seemed so sinister. Like he was playing it so sinisterly. I don't, like, maybe that was his choice, but I was like expecting him to do something downright evil. I mean, he kind of did, didn't he? But Angel says Child Lulu is the worst next to Willow and Drew. Sandy says stupid big mouth, messy Lulu. Yep. I mean, would it have been any better if you know, Lois told Gio the truth? I don't know. Lowered the boom though. But the thing is, like, I don't know if Gio knows the, like, you know, who knew what and whatnot. Yeah, that boy was hurt. Yeah, he was a mess. Like, I don't know. He smashed the hell out of that violin. Man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well. I'm not even gonna be able to watch it right away either tomorrow, because I have I might be able to pull it off. I'm doing some filming for a band again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'll try to get off work a little bit early maybe so I can watch it before I go. But yeah, it's GH is bringing the drama. I don't want to get too much into what I think about this week, just because I got so much to say. But my little nugget before we get into the Lesley stuff is I am really upset that Tracy didn't perform at the nurse's ball. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about that. I was really looking forward to that. But it is what it is. But you guys will hear my thoughts. We'll have like a whole fun live stream on Sunday, kind of ranking the performances and talking about the dramas. Come on, I'm not sure. I don't have Hulu. Like, I know, like, we do in Canada. I just don't have Hulu. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun stream Sunday. We'll get into the dramas and the performances, and I'll rate them and share my thoughts of the ball. But for now, today is all about Miss Denise Alexander, the legendary Lesley Weber, and we're gonna watch some more classic clips. We watched last week all 80s clips, and today will be mostly 90s and 2000s. Not as many clips as last week. We're gonna do Cliffhanger Thursday, indeed. But yeah, we're gonna do one more clip that we didn't get to watch from the 80s, and then we're going to the 90s and 2000s, and then we're ending the stream with like the newest scene that we have of her, and I'm hoping the live stream doesn't cut off as a result, which is why we're doing it last. And also I tried to do it like relatively in order as much as possible. So yeah, we're gonna see some later Lesley Weber clips today. Angel, you said, I wonder will they acknowledge her death on the show? I would think so. She was on it for so long. Sandy says Michael should be there tomorrow, probably at the end. Oh, I'm sure. That's going to be definitely the Cliffhanger Friday. Michael making his appearance with a new face. Yeah. Which I'm okay with. I don't know anything about the actor. But I'm always willing to give a recast a chance. And, you know, you guys know that I'm not like the biggest Michael fan, nor am I the biggest Chad fan. So it'll be interesting to see a fresh take on the character with a fresh actor, and I'm hoping he kills it. I'm willing to give him a chance, you know. I wanted Drew, but we'll see what happens. All right, but yeah, without any further ado, sorry, I'm gonna shrink me down to size. I'm probably frozen. Don't worry about it. It'll unfreeze. But yeah, we'll shrink me down in size. We're going to watch some classic clips. I gotta mute the mood music. Y'all, I get my camera to lean against the laptop, and then I can never see the bottom of my screen where I have to move things. Sorry. All right. But without any further ado, we're gonna watch some classic Lesley Weber clips. Like I said, the first one is going to be from the 80s, but the rest is 90s and 2000s. So stay tuned, enjoy, let me know your thoughts while we're watching. Here we go. And let me know if the sound's okay too.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of those people that leaves everything neatly in its place.
Maybe it's about time you send me up to the bedroom.
No, not until you're ready. Right now, this is your place. Pardon me. What is this doing in here?
Blackie was showing me how great he is at spinning the basketball into his finger. I gotta tell you, he is more entertaining than television.
Spinning the basketball. Oh, good. I'm so glad to know that his higher education is not being wasted.
Oh, I cannot figure out if I need a bigger suitcase or if I'm just packing too much.
Well, it's not like you're going away from lunch.
I know, but I need a bathing suit, I need evening dresses, I need sundresses, I need all that stuff.
Well, maybe you could just pick one of each.
Then you're going to help me pack, huh?
Plainly, I would if I had. Would you look at this?
The audacity, right, Sam?
At our store. You got a minute? Would you like to go in the living room and answer the phone?
No, I'm sorry, I don't have time. I have to go to
Blackie.
course diagnostic test.
What subject?
Advanced math.
Would somebody please answer the phone?
Sure.
Wish me luck, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Goodbye. What was I doing?
Well, I think you were straightening me up here.
I sure can, Allison.
Oh, that would be nice.
You know where I would like to be right now?
Where? On the French Riviera, Caribbean?
How's that? Let me know.
Sweetheart, you are under the orders of a lot of doctors, including me, not to work.
You know, that is very difficult for me, Lesley.
Well, then we're just going to have to learn how, aren't we? What am I doing?
You are looking for a Philip Marlowe mystery that I asked you to try to find?
Right. I didn't find it, but I found Sam Spade. How's that?
I've read all of Sam Spade.
What, sweetheart, you've probably read all the books in the bookcase.
No, I haven't. Not the Philip Marlowe.
Okay,
That's why I
fine.
asked.
I'm looking.
Philip Marlowe. Doc. Whoa. Want an apple? Sure.
I see that. I see that I'm frozen. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at this.
Well, stand there looking at it. Why don't you pick it up?
I'm sorry, Black. I'm sorry. I'm late. I've got to go.
The guy in the bed, Rick Weber.
Where are my clothes?
Black, I'm going to kill that kid up.
Yeah, sorry. I turned on my computer late, and the camera always lags as a result.
Oh.
You got dirt all over your elbow, down your arm, all over.
Oh, well, that's not. I think that's from the bookcase, which would make sense since it hasn't been dusted in 3 weeks.
Could I pretty please borrow your pink blouse?
That's the only clean glass I've got in my.
I know, but it goes perfect with my pink skirt, please.
Okay, but I want you to get that clean the minute you get back
No
here.
problem. No problem. No problem. I will.
Could you-
Wait. Blackie, don't cottage cheese all over.
Are you sure, Angel? I even look frozen on my end. Unless you've paused it and you're behind all of us.
Amy, could you bring me?
It's a very good thing that you are interviewing housekeepers today.
I was just going to say.
Oh, maybe
that.
I'm unfrozen now. Yeah, oh, no, I'm not.
We got about 400 aspirin.
Yeah, right down. Got a headache?
No, borderline breakdown. Hello, are you Mrs. Orloff?
That's right.
Please come in. I'm Dr. Lesley Weber. This is my husband, Dr. Richard Weber.
A couple of doctors, huh?
Yeah, as you can see, my husband is recuperating from an operation.
Too bad.
Well, I feel better every day.
Well, why don't we go sit down here?
Honey, I think I ought to tell you. I don't do
Why was
floors.
Rick in bed?
I don't
He
do windows, and I
had...
don't do ironing. And I hope you have
I think it was cancer.
Cleaner because I don't like all that pushing and pulling. See, I yanked my back out a while back, and it still hurts.
He had a pretty dire illness of some sort,
Oh, yeah.
from what I can
And I don't
remember.
do laundry, except my own, if you don't mind.
What do you think of children?
Not much. But if they're quiet and stay out of my way, I'll tolerate them.
You have references?
What do you want those for?
Well, I think it's usual when applying for a housekeeper position to provide a couple of references for a quick chat.
I've been working out of state.
Lesley, have you got a second?
You don't even have to say it.
I think she's going to cause more work than she's doing.
I'll tact you. Mrs. Orloff, I'm so sorry.
I
but-
know I'm not what you had in mind. Before I leave, would you mind signing this for me? It's from the unemployment office. I can't get any insurance money unless I prove I've been out looking for work. You know, my husband Ralph and we've been having a hard time. We need that money. You understand, don't you?
Where do I sign?
Right there on the bottom. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So welcome.
Hope you're feeling better, Doc.
This is definitely like post,
Can you believe the nerve? Some of whom do not
house
work.
incident, for sure.
Wouldn't you think it would be easy to find a housekeeper?
Maybe that's Mary Poppins now.
Settle for Jimmy Cricket as long as he doesn't mind vacuuming and is willing to do the laundry. Don't laugh. Are you Mrs. Engel?
Yes, by the way,
Yes?
it's E-N-G-L-E. Most people think it's E-L. I have trouble with it all the time.
Oh, well, that's an understandable mistake. Won't you come in?
Be patient.
Yes, of course. I'm Dr. Lesley Weber. This is my husband, another Dr. Weber.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, I'm glad to meet you, both of you.
Mrs. Engel, I have one major question for you. What do you do?
Oh, everything. Windows, bathrooms. Have you got children?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love them. I'm even a pretty good cook if you ever have need of one.
How soon could you start?
Right now, too early for you?
Well, if
83,
you could
84
make
on the
that
timeline.
tomorrow and the salary in the paper is acceptable to you, you've got a deal.
Oh, yes. Dr. Weber, you...
I mean, Sam, you could be right. But I swear, like, he was going through an actual illness at one point in this era.
New dress.
Oh, terrific.
You like it? Oh, yeah. They're all new. Delphina let me open up a charge account. Little does she know I'll never be able to pay it off.
That's not amusing, Amy. That is not amusing. That is not responsible. Uh-oh.
Hi,
Lawrence got
guys.
B.
Hi.
Must have flunked the math test.
No, I passed with flying colors. Probably got the highest score in the class.
Well, that's humility for you.
Then why do you look like that?
For the personality test.
Bummer. I'd love to stick around and hear about this, but I've got to call a cab.
No, wait a minute. As long as Blackie's here, I could drive you. Are you
Yeah.
staying in? You going out again?
Yeah, no problem. I'll stay.
Great. Wish me a bon voyage.
Angel, you don't know about the legendary roof caving in on
Get well.
Okay.
Alan and Monica
Watch out for
and
Be nice.
and Rick?
Be nice.
I am nice. You know, they call that thing a
Alan tried to
fish.
kill Rick
It's more
and,
like a fish that the Jewish girl could catch the
and
guy.
Monica.
Hey, that was a very interesting comment you just made.
He did, like,
seconds
kind of
ago
jump in
about
last
the
second and
flunking
try to
the
protect them, but
personality contest. What did you mean by that?
It's very simple, Doc. I'm in love with this older woman. She happens to be my teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's an old hag or anything. I mean, she's a PhD candidate. She's working as a teacher's assistant. You know, I mean, she's not much older than most of my friends.
Oh, she sounds like she's a little more mature.
A lot more mature.
Does this explain the flunking the personality test? I'm not quite following you all the way.
man, that's one of those iconic GH scenes that was always like shown in flashbacks over the years.
I always like older women, but I can't get them to like me.
Good lord, my camera is so far behind y'all. I'm sorry.
Swing some little advice my way.
Well, you want to sit down? I will.
The lagging is real today, folks.
Maybe a few pointers, Blackie. Yeah.
All right, let's hear.
I'd say the first and most important thing was honesty. And it's very difficult to be totally honest with a woman. But if you can be, and you are, it'll always pay off.
Always?
Every time.
Missed that flashback. Oh man.
Scrubbing Bubbles invited people to apply for the easiest job in the world. They just don't know it
Lordy.
yet. Now, have you ever...
Gotta love the ads. I don't understand why I'm so, like, it's usually not this bad, the camera, you know? Like, I'm looking at myself looking at the screen, and it's so awkward. My hand's been down for like 5 minutes, y'all. It's so weird to watch. Okay, well, it is what it is. There goes the doggo. Okay, hopefully this ad is... There we go. Skippable. There we go. On to the next one.
So much better. I'm so glad that Luke insisted
So this
I
is
stay
after
home with you. I thought that I should have gone
Leslie
to the
was
preliminary
brought
hearing,
back
but
to life because she was never dead,
guess He
apparently.
is lucky for moral support.
The Cassadines kidnapped her for many, many years and made Laura think she was dead. After Laura
You take very good care of me.
ran away from Nicholas and escaped the
I
island.
always loved your smile. Hi. Hi. Any coffee left? I know that voice. It's Monica, isn't it? Lesley.
Is he really encouraging him to go after his teacher? Well, I'm assuming Blackie was probably in college by then, you know?
Thank you. Audrey told me about her visit with you.
But you wanted to check me out for yourself.
Can you blame me? Actually, I was supposed to be at the hospital this morning, but I am waiting on a verdict for a very unpleasant case that I'm involved in, and I woke up and I thought, I don't want to go to work. I'd rather be with a friend. So I hope I have one here.
Of course you do.
I am so sorry. I was so rough on you. God knows I am the last person in the world to pass judgment.
So teacher, that's still against the rules?
Well,
yeah, I
things
suppose
certainly
so.
have changed around here if you actually believe that.
The 80s was a different time,
There's a
probably. Who
reaction I haven't
knows?
heard out of her yet. I think we probably bring out the best in each other.
Plus, Rick wasn't so
Well,
squeaky
I'm
clean,
very
so...
happy to have her back.
More than you know. I really hated having to lie to all of you.
No. In life, throws us some really hard choices at times. I mean, either you hit the mark.
I can't believe we lost them both in such a short amount of
No matter
time.
what, your friend should understand.
Denise
Or if
and
they can't
Lesley.
understand, at least they should back you up. Laura, your secret had to come out
Oh,
somehow.
I'm back to normal.
And believe me, I've learned that no matter how bad the truth is.
Sam, you said if anyone could snap Lesley out of her trauma, it's Monica. Their rivalry was legendary. Yeah,
I don't know.
their rivalry made GH #1 before Luke and Laura did. So,
Is there something wrong?
is it different in Canada? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's different. I think the 80s was just a different time.
Here you go.
Where did Laura go?
It's okay.
I mean, I know it's like inappropriate. I don't know if it's necessarily against the rules, but I've not seen any like
even though she says there isn't.
cases on that
Laura
front.
worries, you know, all the time.
I didn't go to
About
college, so I don't know for sure.
It's because she cares so much. You know, she would do anything to keep her family safe.
I wish I could help her. So many years, just lost.
What, you mean the years that you were away?
Kaiwan says,
from church?
yeah,
I
the
want to
rivalry did
remember.
make them
I
legendary.
don't want Laura to have
Preach.
to worry about me.
They're both their
It's okay. It's
storylines,
okay, Mom.
from what I understand. Yeah.
I like that too.
Laura, is your family still in danger?
While you were at the hearing, Monica came over for a visit.
Do you remember her, Grandma?
She's hard to forget.
Well, sounds like a good visit. I wish I'd been here.
Oh, man.
It was.
Oh, we get to see her and Jonathan act together.
My sweet, good boy.
Oh. All right.
How you doing? Fine.
This is, I believe, after Rick was murdered.
Fine. I spent the day with Lulu, who does not understand about her parents' elopement, if that's what it is. And she's full of questions for which I don't have answers, so I kept distracting her and giving her empty reassurances, and all the time I was thinking, Rick is dead.
I'm so sorry.
So Amy came over to spend some time with Lulu, and I thought I would go somewhere quiet and think about Rick. And I wound up here, which is really fitting because of the time that we spent together. So much of it was in this hospital.
He was such a good guy, too. I mean, he wasn't perfect. None of us are, but did you know that
that in all the years that I knew him, over the years, he made me realize that he loved you so deeply.
Thank you. It was my idea to ask him back for the wedding. I thought it was another thing to make the day special for Laura, but selfishly, needed closure.
Sammy said, I think Luke and Laura married shortly before Laura's catatonia.
Rick
They were supposed
face
to
to
get
face
married.
In the places where we had lived our
Laura kept on having these flashbacks to a traumatic memory that involved Rick Weber and a nurse, and it traumatized her because supposedly Laura ended up killing that nurse.
And you know,
and
no
Rick
way of knowing that
drugged
he
her
was
with the
this
help of Scotty.
consortium that was trying to
Of course,
take
this was
over
like a
the
rewrite in
hospital,
history
and you
that
had
never
no way of
happened,
knowing
but
that he was going to be in a car wreck.
it was the way they made
I'm
Jeannie
not
Francis exit the show.
Good.
I think I'm processing.
And by the end of that particular storyline, Laura killed Rick Weber, and then in 2006 they rewrote it that Scott actually killed Rick Weber, and Laura was framed for it and ended up catatonic over it.
Happier and more miserable than anybody ever. And now he's gone, and that shouldn't affect my life. We weren't married anymore. We didn't even live in the same state. He had a whole new life. But everything that we were, the memory of those years, the little things that we shared as a couple that nobody else knows, they're still with you. They always will be. You're big.
I could get somebody to cover for me.
Don't you dare. There's still enough doctor in me to know that the patients always take priority.
Will you let me know if you hear from Laura?
I will.
I am a bit bummed that they never made her a doctor again after she came back.
Robin Scorpio heard something about some kind of an
No,
experimental
this is when Laura woke up from her catatonia.
treatment or something, and then,
Catatonia.
bless her, she figured out that it could help me. Luke, I've seen him. It's okay. And I've seen the children. Although you could hardly call them children now, huh?
Gee, that's great. But nobody figured it might be a nice idea to tell your old mom about the miracle. How come?
I don't know. You know how Luke is. He's always got some reason for the things he does.
Are you okay? Do you feel all right?
I feel confused, you know. I guess I kind of lost a little bit of my memory.
Yeah.
I don't remember the accident.
The accident?
The one that put me in the hospital. I can't remember it. I mean, Luke says that that's what's responsible for putting me in the state that I was in. I can remember preparing for the wedding. And then it just kind of goes blank. But I guess you know what happened, right? So, what kind of an accident did I have?
You know what, sweetie? If Luke didn't fill everything in, it must be because the doctors thought you should take it slowly, which is a very good instinct.
Okay. It's just that I have missed so much. Oh, so much has changed. I'm a grandmother now. Can you imagine that?
What I find impossible to believe is that I'm the mother of a grandmother.
And Lucky married Elizabeth Weber. Yeah. And Lulu.
Yeah, the Tracy and Monica fights were definitely legendary too.
Oh, yeah. Luke seems the same. He seems a little nervous, though. I mean, I guess that's to be understood.
One thing hasn't changed. And that's how Luke takes care of you.
Laura's Return in 2006. That was my first introduction to
Just
getting
want
to
my
see
life to
Jeannie
make
Francis
sense
on
again,
screen.
you know? I do. It will. It will. You trust the man you love. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I was so excited just because there was so much hype around Laura coming back, and I didn't know much about Luke and Laura, and then I binged like all their classic story.
What if she doesn't like it?
From like,
This time it's different.
you know, the
This
80s.
has real chicken, sweet potatoes,
and a lot of the 90s.
and brown rice.
Oh yeah, Blue Tastefuls is different.
And fell in love with the couple,
Looks
and then
like
fell in
it's
love with
Blue
like
Tastefuls
classic
from now on.
GH. So
Blue Tastefuls, a taste they'll love, made from
I'm
natural
sure I told that story
ingredients.
1,000 times, but I'll pause that for just a second. But Jeannie coming back to the show is what made me look into classic GH and falling in love with Luke and Laura, and then it just kind of cycled to all the other legendary characters: Robert, Anna, Felicia, Frisco, you know, Sean and Tiffany, Holly, like all these legendary characters, and it just made me be like, wow, this show is like incredible in the 80s. And like it, you know, that's a double-edged sword because it made me like kind of resent what the show kind of became, you know. So anytime the veteran characters have come back on the show over the years, I've absolutely loved. Oh, because Luke is married to Tracy. So did you not see the 2006? Like, were you watching back then and you just haven't seen the story? And you said, yeah, mine's too. My mom filled in the blanks about what happened to Laura. Yeah, even my mom and my grandmother were excited. And I was like, why all the hype? All right. Now we'll move on to this clip. This is after Emily died, and Nicholas is still in mourning. He's still literally in the clothes that he wore when Emily died. And Lesley took Spencer in, of course. But here in this clip, she tries to encourage him to be with his son because it'll help him grieve. But here we go.
I brought Spencer home. He loves being spoiled by his great-grandma, but he really misses his daddy.
I thought we agreed that he would stay with you for a while.
We did. I just thought maybe, with everything, you needed to see him and hold life.
Would you just please tell Alfred or Norma, whoever has him, to put him in the playroom? Thanks.
My love, I know you're hurting right now. But Emily was a huge presence in that little baby's life, and he is going to feel the
All right,
loss.
Lesley. I'll just clip it short. Yeah.
I apologize if my asking is an imposition. If it is, I will make other arrangements. But would you please, would you keep him with you?
For how long?
I don't know. I can't say how long, but I'll pay whatever expenses, including Norma's salary.
It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with
My intro to
composing.
Lesley
It has
was
to do with
her
the
dropping
little baby
off
who needs his
Lulu
daddy and
to the
man who
Quartermains
needs his son.
He deserves
to live
the best
with
of
Luke.
everything, and right now that's not me. I don't want to subject him to my emotional turmoil right now. I love my son very much, you know that, but I love Emily too. He needs attention.
Yeah, this story was
I'm too
insane, the black
distracted
and
to
white
give it to
ball.
him, so please.
All right, I'll take him home.
Thank you.
Nicholas, honey, look at me. You surely do have your mother's infinite capacity for love, but beyond that, you have her strength.
Well, I can't find it right now.
It will find you. That's what will heal your heart. And when that happens, you and your son will make a new life. Nicholas, that's what Emily would want.
Oh, I love Denise. She's always so good at these kind of scenes. I think Laura was her first adoption story. Ah. All right. I think the next clip, if I'm correct, is from 2008. And when Laura came back again, woke up out of nowhere, and Scott kidnapped her.
So we found a boat that Scott owned in the Caribbean, but it was getting moored.
We also found his daughter's number of hairs, and we called her.
I can't imagine Serena was receptive.
She said she would try to reach Scott, but I think she just wanted to get off the phone.
Yeah, and we didn't know where to look next.
Nick broke irreversibly, never really recovered. Yeah, that's true.
When Scott first fell in love with her.
More like obsessed with her.
Honey, that's not fair. He was just a young man in love with a troubled girl. Laura would run away to dangerous places, and every time she needed rescue, Scotty was there.
But Scott wasn't exactly gracious when he lost her to Luke.
You don't think Spencer even remembers Emily? I don't think so either.
Complicated situation, and everybody made mistakes. Scotty and Luke.
I mean, to be fair, Spencer was like a baby.
Mom probably sent Scott mixed messages, and he couldn't handle it when she dropped him.
And Baldwin's been out for vengeance ever since.
I don't know about ever since. I know that he really loved Laura.
I mean, he was 2.
And he may still really love Laura. And you have to remember that there was a time when she genuinely loved him.
So assuming Scott didn't expect Mom to wake up, he probably didn't have a plan to get her out of Shady Brook. So was there someplace close that may have had some meaning to them?
Okay, let's see, nearby. They had a really sweet little apartment when they were first married. Oh, never mind, no. Building got torn down years ago. Sorry.
See, baby, he was 2 years old.
There was a cat.
No, even he was probably like
Scotty
1
liked to
and a
take her
half,
to
2.
Because she loved being out on that lake in a canoe.
Not too obvious.
Scott has to know that we are looking for them.
What about someplace further away from here?
Okay, further away.
Spencer was born in 2006.
Laura ran off to New York once, and Scotty went after her, but I don't think he would take her there.
And Emily died in 2007.
It's really easy to hide there.
Because it was
So
a
a
really
year.
bad time for her. And I don't think he would want to bring up those memories. He was always
Sammy said, does
careful.
Lulu even know about Laura's rape with Luke? She sure does. That storyline was crazy. Because it was blurted
Further
out
away, happy memories.
in a courtroom. Because Scotty was fighting for custody over Laura's catatonic body.
Los Angeles.
It was intense, and Julie Berman killed that story. She nailed those scenes, and she was so traumatized by just Luke even like touching her arm. She like flinched back. It was so good.
Anywhere. Los Angeles.
All right, let's go.
Oh, you're still in her medical care at Shady Brook.
You really think that you're going to actually stop me from going?
No, Lulu knew. Lulu knew. Because Nicholas said the words, Luke raped Laura back in like
much better than I
2007.
expected.
Probably just like the summer of 2007.
I don't know where you get that.
Okay, this is the final scene of Lesley Weber that
Cyrus's day
she appeared
is
in.
about to get a whole lot worse.
The hell is this?
I still can't get over the fact that you and Monica worked together on this.
We are always going to have our differences, but General Hospital comes first.
It's called journalism. Part of the free press aspect of our society.
It's more like libel. And if you talk to my mother, that makes you an accessory to kidnapping.
Florence gave me no indication she was being held against her will.
Tell me where my mother is now.
I don't know Florence's current location. I'm sure they moved her following our conversation.
And who set up the interview? Jason Morgan?
Reporters don't give out their sources. But I will say
Jackie
this.
Templeton.
Florence specifically
Where did she
said
go?
she does not want to see you.
She is an old woman in poor health. She is easily confused.
Her mind seemed clear as a bell when I spoke to her.
Excuse me? Mr. Renaud, the board meeting is about to begin. Here's your agenda.
We're not done. Where's the board? We have a vote scheduled.
Had. It's all over.
What's going on here, Laura?
Well, as you know, my mother is a board member emeritus, and when the board read Jackie Templeton's article, well, they agreed to meet early to discuss the vote.
I can't believe anyone paid attention to that article. It was a hatchet job. Sensationalist tabloid garbage.
But still, Jackie Templeton carries a certain amount of prestige. My mother and Monica simply suggested that they read it.
It was could have needed her when his dad died.
But
Yeah, like when he
the board
died,
decided to
when he
turn
got
you
married.
And don't bother trying to fight it either. That drug was developed here at GH, and GH is not going to submit it to the
Unless she come
FDA.
back in 2014. She's come back multiple times over the years.
And your mother had no right to meddle. GH needs the income
I
stream
mean, this
this new
was
drug could bring.
2021,
I think you're talking
so
about your income stream. Don't you
her last
hold the
appearance.
patent on the drug?
This is for the best, Cyrus, really. The FDA would have done more testing. All we did is save General Hospital from public embarrassment.
This isn't over.
That felt so good. I think you and Monica need to team up more often.
Oh, well, we may not see
Crazy to
eye
think
to
that she,
eye on
like
much
Monica,
of
wasn't even on the
anything,
show
but
anymore. She was in bad health.
We do agree that Cyrus Renault is wrong for GH.
And you just handed him his first major setback since he took over as the chairman.
Oh, I will savor that memory as my plane takes off.
You're leaving?
So,
Oh man.
I know how you feel about this, and I am sorry, but the test results are waiting in the lab, and I need to tell the truth.
At any cost.
Mr. Renault, a member of the board is on the line to discuss the vote.
You'll have more time together. But I am really grateful that you're going to go be with Lulu.
Don't you worry. I am going to
Lulu was in her
consult with her doctors to make sure that my granddaughter is getting the best possible care.
I still keep hoping and praying that she's going to wake up, Mom.
We have to keep believing. Our girl is strong. Yeah, like her mama.
And like my mama. I love you, Mom.
At least they had a really nice scene at the end there. It would have been nice to see her reunite with new Lulu, but you know, I love that. To Frank Valentini's credit, he brought her back as often as he could, I think, and as often as she was willing to come back. So, yeah. Did Lesley even meet Charlotte? Probably, but not on screen. I don't think. I can't remember, but I don't think so. I don't think they've shared scenes. I'm okay with that. I'm not a big Charlotte fan, y'all. Where even is she? What's she up to? We don't see her. It's all about Rocco, which is totally fine, because Rocco usually gets the crap end of the stick, but yeah, where is he gone? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's again, anytime we lose someone from GH, it's just such a sad situation. I'm probably frozen again, and I'm sorry for that, y'all. But yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna close. This will probably speed me up a little bit. Close the internet. There we go. We don't need it anymore. But yeah, no, anytime we lose someone from GH, it's so bittersweet, because, you know, it's inevitable. So many of the legends on the show, like, they are getting older, they are aging, they are getting poorer in health, and it's just like the circle of life, and I don't know. It just hurts every time. Like, I think probably, I don't know, they've all hit me in some kind of way. But I'm such a big fan of Lesley and the character, and then Denise, and also Monica and Lesley Charlson, and it just feels like the last few years we've had so many losses from the GH cast, and I don't know. And it's all from like the legendary days, and you just think about like who's left from that era, and like how's it gonna go? Like I'm thinking about Rachel Ames, who plays Audrey, who's been on GH longer than anyone that's still alive. So it's like, I don't know, when she dies, it's probably gonna hit really hard, because we still got Elizabeth on the show, and it'll be her kind of leading the path of that. And yeah, I don't know. Life, man, it throws you. There's so many like heartbreaking situations. Death is the hardest thing to deal with, and it's like, it's inevitable. And I get scared thinking about my own grandmother. She's in her 80s, and while she seems chipper, anything can happen. It's like, I can even hear her talking upstairs right now. But yeah, she I watched her sort of struggle to walk now, and she walks with a cane, walks with her walker. Her memory is not as good as it was, so just those little things. And we don't get to see it with these GH characters and cast members, but surely they're all kind of experiencing the same thing as they get older too. Obviously we got to experience a lot of that with Lesley Charlson. When they did bring her back, they'd use just her voice, or she'd be sitting in a chair constantly. Then they put her in a wheelchair. And yeah, and then she's just been bedridden as a character this whole time. Audrey hasn't been on since Liz's wedding to Franco because she wrote Liz a letter. Yeah, but to be fair, it's because Rachel is like super, it sounds so like ignorant. She's really up there in age. Like, she can't be on the show anymore. That's like when she wrote that letter to Elizabeth. Like, that's probably all the strength she had to do was just write it down. She and like do a narrative on a recording. It's just a shot of her just writing a letter. So, and that just goes to show, it's like, we don't think about it. We just think about them as they were. Allison, he said, yeah, it's hard. My mom and dad are 77. They both have issues, and my dad has Parkinson's. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison. Rachel's 93. That sounds about right. But yeah, like, they can't keep bringing her back. It's like, I understand that, and she's not obligated to get dragged back to work for our sake. It is great that she got to do one more thing, and I'm sure that Frank Valentini has probably invited her back and tried to get her back for certain things. But yeah, it's just a hard thing of life, and it's unfortunate, and I wish we could all live forever, but we'd probably look pretty nasty by 200 and something. But yeah, not too much to say, left to say here. Again, Denise, legend, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of her character, and I've been a huge fan for a long time, and it's sad to see her go. And I know someone asked earlier if they'll do a tribute. I can imagine they would. I think with Monica, I think they're going to as well. Wouldn't it be funny if like Monica and Lesley supposedly got in a fight off screen and they killed each other, and they just do like a duel thing? It's not gonna happen, you guys. But like I know that we'll probably see Monica's death be acknowledged first, and Leslie's probably not for maybe a year or so. But given that there's still so many characters on the canvas tied to both of them, we're not sort of anywhere near seeing these tributes, but they will happen. But yeah, Monica, like they're just utilizing her character so much, and I think they're waiting for the right time. Maybe they're waiting for Michael to return. I don't know, but and I'm sure that's gonna happen tomorrow. But I don't know. My prediction originally was that we were gonna see Monica at the Monica's death acknowledged at the nurse's ball, but there's just so much other drama going on. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Sam said they need to. Lesley has several relatives. Yeah, they will. They will, Sam. Don't worry. Angel said my grandfather's friend made it past 100 and he missed his friends. Yeah, that's got to be the hardest part for probably anyone older. I mean, one thing I've noticed, like, with my grandmother as her friends have passed on, is, like, it's almost like she's a bit numb to it now. It's not like she's forgotten her friends or anything, but, like, my mom's godmother was her best friend, my grandmother's best friend, and she passed away just a few years ago, and it hit me and my mom a lot harder than it hit my grandmother, you know, and then, like, they grew up together, you know, and her name was Judy, and she lived in Montreal and passed away in Montreal. And it was brutal how we found out too. Like, we found out from one of her sons on Facebook. Like, he didn't message us, he just posted about it, which was like crazy. And we knew that her health was deteriorating. And it's just unfortunate because I had been to Montreal so many times in like the last 10 years. And other than like 2016, I hadn't visited her while I was there because I was just so focused on like the events I was going to, the friends I was visiting, and so when she passed away, it really crushed me, and I broke down into tears, and my mom did too, and I had to be the one to tell my grandmother because she was out when we found out, and we picked her up she was at bingo, and my mom couldn't get it out, so I had to tell her, and because my mom was crushed. But yeah, it's just my grandmother's reaction, it wasn't like devastation, it was just like and like that, like just not much to say about it. But to that end, her sister passed away. Not Judy's sister, my grandmother's sister passed away maybe a year later ish, and that was hard on her, of course, because that was her last living sister as well. She's only got a brother left now. Sandy, why are you saying Finn? Are you way behind or something? I guess that's the problem with like pausing and then coming back to something, is that like you're like way behind in the chat, but the chat's still going. But yeah, I think we'll end the stream here. Like I said, Sunday's live stream is going to be really fun because we're talking about the Nurses Ball. We're going to rank all the performances, give my thoughts and feelings on this year's Nurses Ball, the highlights, the lowlights, talk about all the dramas, just as like a little nugget. I'm like mad about Tracy not performing. Gio's drama is crazy, and I am so glad that Alexis told Christina the damn truth. But I'll share my overall thoughts on Sunday about the show and just give a more thorough sort of stream of consciousness about it on that day. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this part 2 of live stream of Lesley Weber tribute for Denise Alexander. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. Share your own thoughts about Lesley in the comments, and of course Denise as well. And I will catch you guys this Sunday. Good night, everyone. Mwah.